At 67, one of my patients kept waking up sweaty and restless. He thought it was nothing, until a silent heart attack put him in the ICU. And sadly, he's not alone. Every day, thousands of older adults pass away from heart attacks they didn't even know were happening until it was too late. In fact, studies show that over 200,000 people over 60 die each year from heart events they never recognized as serious. Because the symptoms were subtle, quiet, and easy to miss. Things like unusual fatigue, lightheadedness, or a nagging pain in the back or jaw often seem like normal parts of aging. But in many cases, they're actually early signs of a heart attack, especially in seniors. Unlike the dramatic chest-clutching heart attacks we see in movies, the kind I want to talk to you about today is far more dangerous because it goes unnoticed. It's called a silent heart attack. And for people over 60, it's more common than you think. In this video, I'll guide you through 7 often overlooked heart attack symptoms in older adults, including dizziness, anxiety, shortness of breath, and cold sweats. These could be your body's only signals that something is seriously wrong with your heart. In sign number 7, I'll reveal the exact symptom my 67-year-old patient ignored, the one that quietly led my patient to the ICU. And here's the shocking part. 99% of seniors think this is just part of getting older, but it could be your heart's final warning. If heart health matters to you or someone you love, go ahead and click like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you won't miss what could be life-saving information. Sign number 1. Unusual fatigue. If you've been feeling unusually tired lately, the kind of fatigue that lingers no matter how much you sleep, don't just assume it's part of aging. This deep, unexplained exhaustion could be an early sign of a heart attack, especially in people over 60. According to a study published by the American Heart Association, nearly 70% of older adults reported persistent fatigue in the weeks leading up to a heart attack, even when they had no chest pain at all. When your heart is struggling, it sends less oxygen-rich blood to your muscles and brain. This starves your cells of energy, making even simple tasks like getting dressed or walking to the mailbox feel like climbing a mountain. Think of your heart as the body's engine. When it's not pumping efficiently, everything slows down: your stamina, your clarity, your mood. I'll never forget a woman named Carol, 67, a retired school principal. She thought her tiredness was from just getting older, but she couldn't even fold laundry without resting. Her doctor ran tests and discovered she'd already had a silent myocardial infarction. She never felt chest pain, just tired all the time. Once you notice this kind of heavy, ongoing fatigue that's new or getting worse, don't wait. Ask your doctor for a troponin blood test or echocardiogram to assess your heart function. If you've ever felt this kind of strange, unexplained fatigue, type 1 in the comments so we know we're not alone. And if you haven't, be thankful. But don't go anywhere. The next 6 signs are just as important, and you need to check them carefully. Sign number 2. Shortness of breath. After weeks of feeling drained for no reason, there's another sign that often slips under the radar. You start losing your breath, even during the simplest moments. You're just walking to the bathroom or chatting while getting dressed, and suddenly you need to pause to inhale deeply. Most seniors chalk this up to getting older or being out of shape. But what if your heart is the real reason? According to a comprehensive study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, over 45% of adults over 65 who later experienced a cardiac event reported shortness of breath weeks before without any chest pain at all. Here's what's happening. When blood flow to the heart is restricted due to narrowed arteries, oxygen doesn't circulate effectively. The lungs try to pick up the slack, but the delivery system is compromised. One of my patients, Mr. Ben, 72, thought his breathlessness was just the weather. But when he mentioned it to his doctor, they ordered a cardiac stress test. The result? Severe coronary artery disease, completely silent, except for that one clue. If you're finding it harder to breathe during daily routines or worse, while lying down, don't brush it off. Ask your doctor if you need a BNP test or echocardiogram to rule out heart failure or silent ischemia. And now, here's a fun question for you. Can you guess what the symptom I'll reveal next? I'll give you a hint. It's one most seniors feel in the upper body, but almost never associate with the heart. Drop a comment below. Sign number 3. Upper back or jaw pain. Let's go back to that hint I gave you, a symptom that shows up in the upper body, but rarely gets connected to heart problems. That symptom is back or jaw pain. Yes, really. I once had a patient named Linda, 69, who came in complaining of a dull ache between her shoulder blades and tightness along her jawline. She thought it was just tension, maybe from sleeping wrong. But when her doctor checked her EKG, it showed signs of a silent heart attack in progress. She had no chest pain at all, just discomfort in places most people would never suspect. And she's not alone. According to the American Heart Association, jaw, neck, shoulder, and upper back pain are especially common heart attack symptoms in women over 60. Why? Because nerve signals from the heart can radiate to other areas, a phenomenon called referred pain. The nerves that supply your heart also connect with your spine and jaw. When the heart is under stress or not getting enough oxygen, those nerves can send mixed signals, making it feel like something's wrong somewhere else. Most seniors, and even some doctors, still associate heart attacks only with crushing chest pain, so the real cause gets missed. If you've noticed strange, spreading pain in your upper back, shoulders, or jaw that comes and goes, especially with exertion or stress, don't ignore it. It could be a red flag from your heart. A quick conversation with your doctor and a stress test or coronary calcium scan can make all the difference. If that upper back or jaw pain felt strange or out of place, next, we're going to look at a symptom that doesn't hurt at all, but might make your skin feel cold, clammy, or suddenly damp even when you're not exerting yourself. Sign number 4. Cold sweats. Now it's about a symptom that often gets ignored because it doesn't seem serious. Breaking out in a cold sweat even when you're not hot, moving, or anxious. Imagine sitting still, maybe reading or watching television, and suddenly your forehead feels damp, or you wake up in the middle of the night with a clammy back. That kind of sweating might feel harmless, but it can actually be one of the earliest signs of a silent heart attack. Take Richard, 74, a retired engineer. One night he woke up drenched in sweat, but the room was cool, and he hadn't had a nightmare. His wife insisted he get checked out. It's a good thing she did. He was having a silent ischemic episode. His heart was starved for oxygen and his body was trying to cool itself under stress. According to the Mayo Clinic, cold sweats occur when the sympathetic nervous system is triggered, often during a heart attack. When the body enters fight or flight mode due to lack of oxygen to the heart muscle. Another study published in Circulation by the American Heart Association found that excessive, unexplained sweating was present in over 55% of patients who later tested positive for myocardial ischemia, and most of them did not experience chest pain. So if you ever break out in a cold sweat while at rest, especially if it's combined with fatigue, nausea, or lightheadedness, don't try to tough it out. Call your doctor. Drop a comment and tell me, have you ever had a cold sweat come on out of nowhere? Does it happen often, or just once in a while? I'd really like to hear your experience. Sign number 5. Sudden anxiety or sense of doom. A groundbreaking study published in Circulation Research found that nearly 30% of seniors who suffered silent heart attacks reported experiencing unexplained anxiety, nervousness, or an eerie sense of dread in the days leading up to the event, often without chest pain or physical warning signs. That was the case for Janet, 68. One evening, as she sipped tea on her porch, she was suddenly overwhelmed by a wave of panic. Her chest didn't hurt. She wasn't short of breath. But something inside her told her something was wrong. 2 days later, she was in the ER diagnosed with a silent myocardial infarction. And then there's Howard, 73. He wasn't the anxious type, but while watching television with his grandson, he felt nervous, sweaty, and unsettled, like something bad was about to happen. His daughter convinced him to go to urgent care. It turned out he was experiencing early-stage cardiac ischemia. These aren't just emotional moments. They're your heart speaking through your nervous system. When the heart is deprived of oxygen, it sends distress signals through hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, triggering the same fight or flight sensation your body feels during real danger. But unlike anxiety from stress or fear, this feeling can come without a clear trigger, and it often lingers. If you felt a sudden surge of anxiety, unease, or a sense of doom that didn't make sense, don't ignore it. Ask your doctor whether your symptoms might be heart-related, and consider a cardiac enzyme, blood test, or portable heart monitor. That's 5 signs down, and if any of these have helped you better understand your own health, don't forget to give this video a like to let us know you're finding it useful. Up next, move into the last 2 symptoms, and trust me, they're some of the most important ones yet. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Sign number 6. Nausea or indigestion. It started after lunch. Mr. Paul, 70, told me he just didn't feel right, a little queasy, maybe some indigestion. Nothing alarming. He popped an antacid and sat down to rest. But the uneasy feeling stayed with him for hours. Later that night, he fainted while brushing his teeth. The ER confirmed it wasn't food poisoning or reflux. He had suffered a silent heart attack. According to the American Heart Association, many seniors, especially men, experience nausea, upper stomach discomfort, or bloating in the early hours or days before a heart event. But because there's no chest pain, it's easy to mistake it for something you ate, or your digestion just acting up. The same nerve that tells your stomach when to feel full or upset, the vagus nerve, also communicates with your heart. When your heart is under strain and not getting enough oxygen, those signals can cross wires. The result? Your brain interprets cardiac distress as gastrointestinal discomfort. And in older adults, where symptoms are often subtle, that false signal is easy to miss. Mr. Paul thought it was gas. It was his heart crying for help. So if you ever feel an odd, lingering stomach discomfort that doesn't behave like normal indigestion, especially if it comes with fatigue, sweating, or anxiety, please don't dismiss it. We've now reached the final sign, and it's the one that still gives me chills. It's what one of my own patients ignored until he woke up in the ICU. Let me tell you what it was. Sign number 7. Sleep disturbances. Some warning signs don't happen during the day, they wake you up at night. James, 66, was a quiet man. Never liked hospitals, never made a fuss. But over several weeks, his nights had changed. He kept waking up around 3 or 4 a.m., heart racing, drenched in sweat. No chest pain, just restlessness and this strange, unsettled feeling. He thought it was aging, maybe stress, maybe nothing. But one morning, he didn't wake up at all, not on his own. He woke up in the ICU. He had suffered a silent heart attack in his sleep. The signs had been there. His body tried to warn him every night, but he didn't know how to read them. Sleep disturbances like James's are more than annoying. According to the National Institute on Aging, poor sleep in older adults is increasingly linked to early-stage heart failure and nighttime cardiac stress. A study in Circulation found a 29% increased risk of cardiac events among seniors with chronic night waking or early morning insomnia. Your heart needs rest to heal and recover. But when it's under strain, It can keep you up or worse, fail when you're most vulnerable. So if you've been waking up too early, sweating at night, or just feeling restless for no clear reason, please talk to your doctor. Ask about a Holter monitor or overnight testing. It might uncover what your sleep is trying to tell you. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Has your sleep changed lately in ways you can't explain? Drop a comment. That quiet clue might be more important than you think. Now you know heart problems after 60 aren't always loud. They don't always come with crushing chest pain. More often, they whisper through fatigue, poor sleep, a little breathlessness, subtle discomfort in your jaw, back, or stomach. Easy to overlook, easy to dismiss. But make no mistake, those quiet symptoms can be deadly. Every year, too many seniors miss the early signs of a silent heart attack and never get a second chance. So please, listen to your body. If something feels different, speak up. Don't wait. Don't self-diagnose. Call your doctor and say, "I'm concerned this could be heart-related. What tests should we run?" That one decision could save your life. And if this video gave you clarity or a sense of urgency, do something for your future right now. Subscribe to my channel, Golden Aging Health, and tap the bell. You'll get weekly videos made for seniors like you to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent. And if you want to learn more about protecting your heart after 60, keep exploring this channel. There's so much more waiting for you.